How exactly does Botox work, and what are some alternative options? My name is Elizabeth. I'm a licensed esthetician and I operate holistically. So I'm going to use Botox to refer to all of the type A neurotoxins. So this includes things like Dysport. I'm just going to call it all Botox. They all have the same exact mechanism of action, so it doesn't really matter what I call it. Botox, when you are getting that injected into the skin, it is attaching onto the neurons. And then there's a complicated process that I'm not going to get into, but it splits. I'm just going to simplify it. It splits into 3 parts. Some of the parts enter into the neuron, and then one of the parts enters into the cytoplasm. When that part enters into the cytoplasm, it's cleaving or cutting the protein chains that are responsible for releasing something called acetylcholine. Acetylcholine is what's responsible for communicating with the muscle fibers. It leaves the neuron and it goes over to the muscle fibers and it says, hey, it's time to contract. Because it's not allowing the acetylcholine to exit the neuron, you are then not able to move your muscle. So that's what people want. They're paralyzing that muscle intentionally so that they don't have the visible lines and wrinkles on their skin. The people that aren't comfortable getting neurotoxins injected all have various reasons for doing so. Maybe somebody had a reaction, or somebody, it's very expensive, so if you can't afford it. So an alternative option that obviously is not going to paralyze the muscle, nothing is going to do what Botox does, but does work in a kind of similar roundabout way, are some topical peptides that you can apply. The 2 that I'm familiar with are SNAP8 and argireline. There are quite a few. Those are just the ones that are in the products that I carry. So they all kind of work the same way, where you apply them to the surface of the skin. If they're professional products, they probably have a delivery mechanism that's going to get them a little bit deeper into the skin where the neurons actually are sitting, and it's acting like a decoy for the protein. It's in competition for the proteins that are in your neuron. So it's preventing the acetylcholine from leaving the neuron, and therefore you are getting a more relaxed muscle movement. So you're a little bit less likely to make those tiny little movements. It's a good option for daytime, and then at nighttime, frownies. I think that they are a great alternative. Again, nothing is going to do what Botox does, but frownies are going to freeze your face for a 6 to 8 hour window. And when you're freezing the movement every day for a month, 2 months, whatever it is, you are going to have a reduction in surface wrinkles. So those are 2 of my favorite Botox alternatives.